All right, Flash Fest fans, season's beatings to everyone. We wrap up the Flash Fest season. Hey, it was a great time. I know, look, y'all haven't heard from me in a while. I just been in the lab trying to work on my team, focusing on me. You can't really talk about anybody else. You can't coach anybody else until you got your own stuff straight. So that's what I've been working on, man, is just getting myself together. And so far, I think it worked out. It was a great fantasy season. I know it was more quiet than usual, but hey, no regrets on my end. Let's just do a quick final recap for everybody. So we're gonna start with Chris. Hey, Chris, great year to you. I know it came down to the final game between you and I. I just want to congratulate you, man. I'm not talking any trash, anything like that. The best man definitely won, and I just want to thank you for all of your effort. I know Green Bay pulled it out for me in the end. It wasn't easy, so it was definitely a good game. Congratulations, man. You remind me of Darth Sidious. Darth Sidious is he's a Sith Lord that was one of the best that ever existed. Darth Sidious goes down in the end when it really matters, and that's what happened to your team. But man, I just want to congratulate you, Chris, for a great season. John, shout out to you, man. You started off having a great draft. You were one of the most powerful teams out there starting off. You're kind of like Darth Vader out there. And then when it got around the middle of the season, kind of like Vader's infamous words, you realized, you said, it is too late for me. Yes, it was too late for you. It was too late for you to come back. But, you know, hopefully you'll make it back next year. You were a great opponent, man. And like I said, if it wasn't for those injuries, man, I think you would have been all right. Mike T, welcome to the league. My final thoughts on you is as it relates to superstars and Jedis overcoming darkness and the dark side and everything else. You were like the fifth brother. Now that's somebody that is in like Clone Wars, somebody that is on the dark side that people haven't heard of. We really haven't heard of you. And one of your great comments in the entire time of the series was, you said you care not for the struggle. So we didn't care for your struggle. You did the best you could, and hopefully you'll be able to do better than the best you could next year than the best you did actually for this year. Moving on, my man Mike, Eagles fans, hey, go Eagles, made the playoffs, man, with all those injuries, Carson Wentz, but we're not talking about them, we're talking about a fantasy. Mike, I had to put you on the dark side as well, but you could have easily been a great Jedi warrior like Sadiq this year. So we're going to call you Darth Maul. You were one of the most infamous warriors out there, man. And then you just came up against Obi-Wan Kenobi, and that was about it for you, man. We know you're going to do great things next year. Kev, to my brother, yeah, man, you get close, you compete every year. This was another year like the rest. You did great things, man. Again, I'm not trash talking, man. I'm just stating the facts, and you fell short again. Look, man, I think you're like Snoke. You're the guy that really started it off. You're an old veteran. You're always hanging in there, man. So I know you're going to be right back at it again next year. Congratulations to you, man. Other Kevin Pearson, man, you're like Ventress, somebody else that a lot of people haven't heard of. And one of the great lines of Ventress was, "Now you fall as we all must," or something to that effect. And so you fell. We all must do it one day. Somebody else is gonna take over the throne that I currently sit on, and so we'll see who that is next year. Next up, we have Marcus. Now, Marcus, man, look, man, my hat, I have no hat on today because it's all for you. You didn't do as well. We didn't hear the trash talking and all of that. You were just kind of like out of your vibe. Congratulations to Clemson for making it to the championship game. But there was something greater at stake this year, and that was fantasy. And you didn't have a fantasy. You didn't have a dream. You had nothing but wishes of death. And so we expect to see you back. If I had to relate you to a Star Wars character, it would be the seventh sister. You would be kind of like the seventh sister, looking for new opportunities to try to come back. I'm not questioning your gender, Marcus. Don't take this the wrong way. We all know who you are. We all know what you are. But you were just like a word that a lot of people hadn't heard of, unless you're really into the series. Moving on, Kima, you by far had one of the best teams all year round. You were dominating in points, dominating in high score. I'll be honest with you, it was a tough matchup going up against you this year. I was surprised at how close it was, and I was just honestly, I was just happy to get the win over you. I know you strategize really well, you work really hard, and in the end, it meant absolutely nothing to you. So hopefully next year you'll do better. You're like Count Dooku. Count Dooku is a tremendous warrior. That can just adjust anywhere. Count Dooku can hang out in the Senate. Count Dooku can hang out with the Jedi, can hang out with the dark side. You never know what Count Dooku is really gonna present to you. This time, you as Count Dooku presented a strong team in the beginning. You had a great strategy, and then you just fell at the end. But you were more powerful than the rest of the Jedi, than the rest of the dark side. I just had to take you out like a combination of Anakin and when he was good, and Rey and Luke, Obi-Wan, Yoda. Like all of us. It took a full team effort to take you out, Dooku. Congratulations to you, though. My man, Pat. You're like the Darth Bane of the league. You are a true legend, and most people have not even heard of you. That's how powerful you are. You're like the guy who name is on the street. Is on, like, if you're looking at the street, your name is just written around there, and people don't even know that you were amongst the first ones to actually walk the ground and just do great things, man. You are a legend to the league. You remind me this year of Jordan when he was playing with the Wizards, man. You're a tremendous athlete, drinking a Gatorade on the bench. Best wishes to you next year, man. All jokes aside, I know you're going to bounce back because you always do. You're a tremendous talent. My man Juan, I think we kind of followed your technique this year. It started at the draft. I was concerned about my draft pick. You was like, Sadiq, nah, man, being in the middle of the draft is a great thing. And you talked about how you won it from being in the middle. And then I remember, man, the last time you won it, I think you barely got into the playoffs, kind of like me this year. So shout out to you, Juan. For as it relates to this whole Star Wars theme, I'm kind of thinking of you as I would think of Kylo Ren. I'm going to name you Kylo Ren. You're Kylo Ren because and if you haven't seen the movie, I don't want to spoil episode 9 for you, but Kylo Ren is a tremendous warrior, and he always does the right thing. He says what is needed, and he gets the job done. He's a tremendous warrior, very powerful, maybe one of the most powerful, Sith leaders. So, man, I congratulate you, man. This year you did fall short, but I expect you to bounce back as well. And then finally, my man Logan. So Logan, you're like the Grand Inquisitor. Most people in the league probably don't even know who that is. And that's fine. It's going to remain that way until you bounce back in the next season. People are still going to be trying to figure out who you are. So anyway, y'all, much love to you guys. I hope everybody had a great 2019. 2020 is right around the corner, and we'll see what happens then.